As we can see, the 4 P's have evolved into 4 CAs. Yes, 4 P's is product, price, place, and promotion. And we also know that 4 CAs is co-creation, currency, communal activation, and conversation.
How can global business prevent from running out of ideas and consistently present a product that the customer actually wants? Just like what you mentioned earlier, that there is a new way of marketing that is being implemented in the industry nowadays, and those companies are really seeking for this innovation. Different from the legacy marketing that we know, the product and the product decision process is being controlled and made by the company itself. But in the new wave marketing, the innovation process can involve a wide range of the voices outside of the business itself. Your customer, your employees, your prospective buyers, even your competitor and the influencer of the industry can give you any kind of insight to what kind of product that your customer actually want. And by having this co-creation process, there are a lot of advantages that your company will get from the engagement with your customer more effectively. Your financial performance will getting better, and of course the main important thing that you'll create a product that your customer actually want.
Previously, price is fixed and one fit for all. While in new wave marketing, price is determined by the needs and demand of the customer. This is what we call currency. Product is not a cookie cutter anymore, but can be produced based upon requests with certain terms and conditions.
Communal activation is placing in the old 4 P's method. It can be understood as peer-to-peer concept, thus allowing customers to gain access to the product and service they need in closer proximities. Communal activations aim to create relationship between product and customer without compromising business interests. With no distance between the product and the customer, this strengthens the product on the customer mind, which in the end the brand will gain customer loyalty and also brand awareness.
What is conversation in the new wave marketing? So, as we know, people used to do promotion as their marketing strategy. Promotion is the act of informing, persuading, and reminding people about what we're selling. But as more business competitors arise and more people gets more selective, we need to shift and advance our marketing strategy, and one of them is by doing conversation. Conversation in marketing is defined as the effort to create good conversation between us, the producers, and the consumers, as well as between one consumer to the other consumers. So it's a two-way communication. Compared to the old promotion, there is only one way and usually top-down. So in this conversation strategy, all parties are equal. And by doing this conversation, we get more benefits since it is more consumer-centric. In concern to the marketing myopia issue, we could get benefits by paying more attention to what the customers actually need. And by doing conversation, we could hear them giving us response, asking us questions, and that means that they care about our products and services. Moreover, they could always clarify to us about what we're offering. So that means that we're not only telling them truth, but it's common truth between us and the customers. Overall, conversation strategy can be a low budget with high impact marketing, and this will be explained by my team further. So keep watching!
Decathlon was born in Anglos, in north of France on July 1976. Michael Leclerc created Decathlon and gathered 6 pioneers around him with one philosophy: to sustainably make the pleasures and benefit of sports accessible to the many. We love doing sports. We love interacting with people. We love innovating. Decathlon provides 80 sports under one roof, from beginner to advanced sports users. Sports for all for sports, and sports for the many. The company believes in their users. Decathlon co-create unique products with their users. Every product born from a need. Decathlon randomly working with their users to develop from design stage until it hits the sales area. Because whatever Decathlon designed for sport users must be designed with their sport users.
Thanks, Yona. Well, if you look at Decathlon website, they have digital platform to exchange ideas dedicated to sport enthusiasts who wants to get involved in the design and production of Decathlon products. For product project that interests you, you can start by sharing what your sport experience is like, telling us what you want, what you dream of, suggesting ideas, and commenting on those of members of the community. We then set to work to imagine and propose the first product concept. It will then be a matter of giving your opinion. You can, if you like, test the first prototypes in the field, share your feedback to the design teams to improve them and finally approve them.
C'est de travailler avec des communautés de sportifs pour vous proposer des produits uniques, innovants et parfaitement adaptés à la pratique de chacun. Comment on le fait ? En vous proposant, sportifs, experts, makers, de participer à toutes les étapes de la conception de nos produits, services et expériences sportives. Nous avons développé notre propre plateforme digitale en partant de vos envies et de nos besoins. Elle permet de créer des interactions et des relations durables entre les communautés de sportifs et nos équipes de conception, en digital et en physique. Concrètement, vous allez pouvoir partager vos expériences, participer à la création et à la sélection des concepts et même tester des prototypes. Pas de doute, pour faire les meilleurs produits, les meilleures expériences sportives, on a besoin de vous. Alors si vous êtes motivé, rendez-vous sur cocreation.decathlon.fr. Let's go!
Decathlon co-creation objective is to create sport products that best meet customer expectations. By collaboration, they can further develop things, making sport experience to remember, efficient, accessible, and well-suited to what customers want and need.
Legacy marketing is a concept that the marketing of product or services is more centralized to the company. So the company can try to direct into customer, or we can call it is vertical approach. In the other hand, as time went by, New Wave Marketing proposed the new concept to marketing the product or services to the customer. The marketing of product or services need the involvement of the customer, so we can call it is horizontal approach. One of new marketing concept is co-creation. Co-creation in legacy marketing is tend to be static, one way, and come from one source. For example, when company try to build product or services, they create based on the research and their perspective, and sometimes use trial and error in society. Meanwhile, in New Wave Marketing, co-creation tend to be dynamic, interactive, and multi-sources. They try to involve the customer to have sense of belonging and sense of ownership. When they create a product or services, the value is made together with customer. So, if we compare the legacy marketing and the New Wave Marketing, the possibility of the accepted product in society is more higher New Wave Marketing.
Okay, thank you, Mas Hopi. Low budget, high impact marketing is a marketing approach that focuses on low marketing spending but produce significant results. Low budget, high impact marketing can be realized if it fulfills three conditions. First, if the targeted market is a right-on target based on solid consumer data by using database marketing. Second, if marketing program that you build triggers interaction and active participation from customers by using community marketing. And third, if the marketing approach used is different from the general approach used by competitors by using blue ocean marketing. So, in conclusion, yes, the Decathlon co-creation is an example of the low budget, high impact marketing. There is an interesting fact about co-creation. 51% of business say co-creation improve financial performance. Companies save huge amounts on research and development, marketing costs, and lower customer churn. On top of pure revenue, 54% of business also say that co-creation improves social impact. Customer co-creations help to bring your community closer to the business and build stronger ties with fans and buyers, which of course lead back to more revenue in the future.
Let's take an example of one of the product from co-creation in Decathlon. Decathlon considered the user's need by taking seriously the review of the product. On this case is inflatable airbag. The user mentioned inflatable was easy, but when deflated, very troublesome, very slow. Can you imagine I almost put 1 hour before reluctantly fold it up? If we can improve this problem, even more convenient. Considering this, how to answer the user's need? Can we develop a quick inflatable airbag? The development circle for this co-creation starts from first design idea from fashion brand, Quechua with sports user. This resulted on the handmade prototype made by production engineers. Next step will be the production of sample round 1 to define prototype and the cost. Fashion brand then propose different product inside structure to reach functional target. This will be sample round 2, inside structure. Last sample round 3 is surface printing. Fashion brand make 40 color sample for user need and propose printing method to avoid problem. After sample, pilot run small production, testing in lab, and proposal on adjustment on products. After final design, production will work with industrial partner to continue with mass production in factory, and finally, final product available in store for the users. Co-creation product they named as Air Second Airbag. It able to inflate within 30 seconds only, and also as a major improvement, it can be deflated as soon as you need. After launching the co-creation product, the user satisfaction went up, and of course it reflected in the sales as well. This is the concrete example that co-creation is a way to satisfy users as per their need and let company to focus on the right development efficiently.
When we're talking about currency in new wave marketing, one of the best examples could be seen in Indonesia interior, specifically HPL industry. HPL is part of the interior laminate business, growing rapidly after the increased price of logwood and the expectation of a faster process and finishing the building. In Indonesia, there are only 2 manufacturers. One is Taco, as a local company, and the other one is Aika, a Japanese company which is well known for glue, Aika Ibon. The rest are imported goods, mostly come from China, India, and USA, like Formica, Lamitac, Gras Merino, and many others. Market leader, which has more than 50% market share identified in retail stores, is Taco, where we could see the benefit of using the new wave marketing currency. This enabled Taco to expand their market reach and increase customer satisfaction level. How? First, let's get to know Taco.
Taco is a native Indonesian company founded back in 1992. Started as importer of building materials, specifically interior design product. It transformed into manufacturer of the same material in December 2017, when Taco opened their first HPL factory operating. Taco offers vast product categories from laminates, flooring, and hardware. As the market leader in the HPL industry that available in more than 2,000 stores nationwide, Taco focuses on making high-quality product and managing high customer satisfaction level. To achieve this, Taco create a corporate tagline, "Make that change," that encourage their customer to not just dream about change but make it come true. With the ever-changing needs and wants of the customer, Taco come up with the approach using a new wave marketing. From a better quality product to more custom-based features in the product that can be used based on for all their customers' needs. Taco has different type customer who use their product, such as business, household, and many more. This result in different needs and demands. By understanding their customer's background, Taco make the approach the currency of new wave marketing by offering various type of on-demand product and features to choose from. With the standard product base to choose from, Taco provide additional features that are made in accordance with their customers' behavior, customer needs, budget, and product innovation that can make life easier for their customers. The first example of this features innovation can be seen in latest case of coronavirus back in 2019.
Due to COVID, the development or renovation of the hospital, laboratory, or other related facility is rapid. Demand for cleaner and other antibacterial product increases with the concern of the virus. Taco sees this as an opportunity and respond by offering an on-demand product that provide antibacterial and chemical resistant features. Another Taco innovation comes from the customer needs, where Taco saw their customer wants a product that is flexible and has a seamless edge. Yet, none of the Taco product at this time offered these features. With that insight, Taco created an innovation where SPL could be more flexible. Using this technology, Taco is able to produce on-demand SPL post-forming. Taco didn't stop there. They created a new feature based on this customer behavior. When they are using a surface to cook and they often leave a scratch. When they are having a meeting at the big table, but there's a lot of fingerprint on it that make it look dirty. And even when they install a cabinet or a closet, they didn't want the furniture to reflect too much light and prefer to have a more muted color. All these needs have a very niche market that expect perfect surface condition all the time. Taco developed a new technology that is able to produce SPL, namely Clean Touch.
Taco acknowledged that not all of its customers have time to wait for the product to be finished. Some projects have very tight deadline, and this matter was taken seriously by Taco when they offer an on-demand customized board from 3mm up to 12mm thick with faster service for product processing at a price adjusted based on the customer's time requirement. This fast solution is called Taco Compact, where customer can choose the color, dimension, and delivery time based on their needs. For customers with high sensitivity regarding color perfections for their designs, Taco's innovation accommodates it by providing an optional product named HPL Tacor. It has white core which allows it to connect seamlessly, leaving no more black edges on white furnishings. This HPL Tacor is perfect for white lovers to create perfectly white furnishings. Since interior is highly related to trend design, Taco acknowledged and utilized it by applying an adaptive price scheme for its patterns or designs based on the demand. New designs using popular or iconic patterns were charged at a premium price until the demand back to flat. Then, discount or permanent price reduction starts being applied.
The price that customers pay is not only transaction of goods, but also long-term collaboration to support each other. Taco support millennials, talented designers to shine. Taco provide the stage and do collaboration in creating content to promote the designer as well as inspire the nation through its Taco Lab program. On top of it, Taco believe that we need to grow the business together. Since 90% of Taco customers are small-medium enterprise that build your home interior, Taco launched empowerment program called Mitra Taco, providing interactive online as well as offline learning to develop business skill of Indonesia's carpenters with its regular monthly class. To provide best learning experience, Taco collaborate with experts of industries and practitioners to lift local small-medium enterprise to the next level. Only 3 out of 11 classes teaching technicality to the product related. The majority class of Mitra Taco are designed to empower small-medium enterprise to be professionally manage their own business. As we speak, there are already more than 4,000 participating and small-medium enterprise attending the class,
and most of them are enthusiastic to finish all the class provided until end. As a conclusion, New Wave Marketing shifts the game of how we satisfy our customers and creating sustainable demand. In the case of Taco, right currency for each product to fulfill every needs combined with collaboration and communal activation is proven to make a change not only for company growth but also to be better Indonesia in the time ahead.
Communal activation is placing in the old 4PAs method. It can be understood as peer-to-peer concept that's allowing customers to gain access to the product and service they need in closer proximities. Also, it maximizing technologies like 3D and online portals where customer can access products anytime and it can be delivered to your doorstep unlike the conventional shopping. Communal activations aim to create relationship between product and customer without compromising business interests. With no distance between the product and the customer, this strengthens the product on the customer mind, which in the end the brand will gain customer loyalty and also brand awareness. So to know more about the communal activation, let my colleague explain about one of the company that use communal activation in its business and its Traveloka.
Now that you've got the idea of what communal activation actually is, let me take you to how it is implemented in a company that we have chosen as an example. But before we go there, let me ask you a question. Do you like traveling? And for those who do you miss it? Do you miss this kind of scenery that you used to enjoy during traveling? Because as we all know, the tourism industry has been significantly affected by the pandemic, which made us think that it might be interesting to see how companies in this industry overcome those challenges, particularly through communal activation. And with that in mind, I'd like to introduce Traveloka.
Imagine the world in one single app, giving you access to fly anywhere, stay anywhere, work anywhere, explore anywhere. Introducing Traveloka app.
And now I will pass it over to my colleague who will provide you with some more insights on how Traveloka developed its communal activation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now we are going to talk about the Traveloka communal activation, their business before the pandemic. First, for the sales and marketing, we can divide it mainly into three things. First is collaboration with the vendor, collaboration with the user, and also collaboration with the local government. Collaboration with the local government covering mainly 4 points. First is corporate travel service, tourism information provider, tour package, and other initiative to market local tourism in respective area. Next is about Traveloka communal activation products. We can divide it into two things. First is about the culinary Traveloka. Now Traveloka Eats enable the restaurant to be reviewed by the community, but it's still listed by the vendor. This is especially important because it helps the culinary sector to develop better, especially when we consider about 30 to 40% of the income in tourism industry is actually coming from the culinary sectors. And of course, the hotel review. Traveloka core business in the hotel review, so by utilizing this review done by the travelers to provide hands-on experience that focus on the topic, non-commercial, respectful of the privacy, and also compliant with policy will really help the industry of hospitality in Indonesia and abroad. This is some of the sources from where I picked the case studies. And for the next part, I give it to my partner.
Tourism and leisure as one of the most lost industry caused COVID-19. So, not surprisingly, COVID-19 was really tough for Traveloka as well. Especially the second quarter 2020, Traveloka revenue went down to almost zero at the time, focusing on survival. So, this is a table that show business stages during the pandemic period from Pak Hermawan Kartajaya. So from this table, beginning from surviving, the preparing, and then the last actualizing, and from this table show that every stages of pandemic period need different approach for function of business like finance, marketing, operation, technology, and people. So for Traveloka for survival, it's because of when restriction effect go down business, so Traveloka decisive action to ensure survival to conserve cash, and Traveloka also was more finding crisis scenario pandemic challenges. The first one, wave of refund. So Traveloka faced travel cancellation and refund that estimate more than 150,000 refund requests and totally over $100 million. The second one, layoff. So relating to travel bans in 2020 that hit hard hotel, restaurant, and transportation business as a way of survival. Traveloka laid off some employee, which is laid off over 100 people, or about 10% of the Traveloka workforce. The third one is a pivot. So in response to pandemic, Traveloka creating innovative product and service that help partner and user to pass the difficult situation and adapt to a new normal period. Now we will deep interview with one extra.
As we are discussing about communal activation in Traveloka, today with me I have an industry expert. He used to be the community management for BlackBerry. Subsequently, he moved to Instagram, and within the interest of this discussion, Ferry was the head of community and social marketing for Traveloka during the beginning of the pandemic. Nice to have you here, Ferry.
Thank you, Isu.
So I have a few questions. What do you view as the biggest challenge in managing community engagement with the services that Traveloka provides?
Right. I guess there are two big things that I think it was the biggest challenge. The first one is management buy-ins, because at that time the concept of how leveraging community for business is something that is not really popular. In the first few months when I was there, a lot of my time was to doing presentation to the management and give some understanding on what's the potential, how it can be done, what can be achieved by doing all of these community engagement activities. And then the second challenge is the diverse product and services that Traveloka has. When I started, Traveloka was on the verge of diversify their product and services. So initially they were focusing more on travel-related product, which is flight tickets and also hotel. But when I joined at that time, they diversify into a lot of other things. So for example, like restaurant directory and restaurant vouchers. And then there was product on financial services and so on. So each of those product and services divided into different business units. They have different maturity of the product, which means they have different priorities, different objectives during that current of time. Some of the product has different objective, like they want to improve user-generated content. And then some product has objective on strengthening the advocacy. Some other products may have different other objectives. So how to develop cohesive strategy that encompasses all of those product and services when it comes to community activation. So they don't run in silos because it sits under one Traveloka brand.
So essentially the community sees Traveloka as one entity, one brand. So the next question I'd like to ask, community engagements has seemed to be delivering high impact with low budget. How do you see this in the field of work that you are in?
Yeah, you can say it's high impact and with relatively low budget, but there is another factor that needed, which is it takes some time. Doing community engagement is not something that happens overnight. You need to build the trust to the community. It's not about giving them incentive, like tangible incentive, but also intangible incentive. For example, like by building the relationship, and then you give some appreciation that makes them appreciate you more, kind of thing. You need to have that, two ways relationship and two ways appreciation. So it's not just one way. The difficult part usually is within the startup industry, they are looking for growth, right?
Yes.
And they're pushing to as high as growth as possible with the shortest time as possible. So that's usually what happens. So there's a lot of hack growth happening within the community, but from my experience, whatever the growth that you do with community engagement, the organic growth will prevail. Once you take out the growth hack, let's say you give some incentive, gamifications, kind of thing. So when you take out this incentive, in most of the cases, the growth will go back to the organic level. A lot of internal advocacy needed to the management if they are going to do this community engagement. Although yes, it delivers high impact and with relatively low budget, but usually it takes some time. But you need a sustainable, ongoing activities, which takes quite a while, and you'll be able to see the results in the long run.
Essentially, you want to be building it and actually engaging with them to become your advocates. Thank you, Ferry, for this insightful chat.
Happy to help. Good luck, everyone.
So watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll.
Tang Yong is a Singaporean billionaire who is the founder of Haidilao International Holding Limited, which is famous for its output restaurant of Haidilao. Founded in 1994, Haidilao became a direct sale catering enterprise focusing on Sichuan-style hotpot. In Chinese, Haidilao means to search for treasure at the bottom of the sea. According to Business Insider, in 2010 interviews, Chang said he chose the name after his wife scored Haidilao in the game of Mahjong. In 2019, Chang told Bloomberg that in the beginning, he actually didn't know how to make hot pot well, so he focused on excellent services. He told to Forbes, "I personally make sure that every guest who comes through my door will return." From the Chang principles, over the past years, Haidilao has been successfully dedicated to fulfill the perfect integration between traditional authentic style hotpot and modern trendy dining habit. Communication is a must in establishing trust among people, and Haidilao is a perfect choice for enhancing social networking at the table. In other words, Haidilao is committed to encourage more people to chat with each other while enjoying their food at the table. Also, Haidilao focused to deliver the hot pot culture to food lovers worldwide through providing a pleasant dining atmosphere, two-way communication between staff and customers, and serving the fresh and the fragrant delicacy.
Chinese people like hot pot Haidilao and always joking. Haidilao started in 1994 in Sichuan and then developed to around 1,020 locations through the world and around 130,000 people working for them. Over recent years, you see that people who go for hot pot, they don't want to just have a basic hot pot, but they also want to have a real nice dining experience. Haidilao stand out in this highly competitive industry should attribute to its quality of the ingredients selected, extremely considerate service that Haidilao provided, and the taste that satisfied customers. Haidilao went public in year 2018, has brought great success. Haidilao's net profit continues to increase. Even due to the pandemic in year 2020, there was news that Hot Top China almost lost a billion yuan, but the stock price was still rising in general.
After you hear the background comes the question. And to answer those questions, it was understood that Haidilao exceeds customer expectations because they do service level and firm level of innovations. On service level of innovation, they creatively invented this waiting area, welcoming entrance and dining in services to the customers. Take example for the photo booth. They put this photo booth machine in front of their restaurant so the customers can use it and printed their photo from this photo booth. And they also been provided with super extra amenities like pillow and blanket so the customers can use it while dining in. And also the customers can enjoy the noodle attraction that is very attractive to them. So by having those unexpected service, the customers can post their dining experiences and also happily share through word of mouth. And on firm level of innovations, Haidilao management taught their employees to have different attitudes toward different group of customers. And they also encourage their employees to share their creative ideas through internal website and open mind platform where they can assess and monitor those ideas periodically. So the conclusion is that Haidilao does conversations not only to its customers but also to internal management and employees.
This part, I'd like to explain how Haidilao creates innovation by integrating their conversation strategy as the new wave marketing approach. Conversation with attractive communication is built since entering the restaurant. Waiters will welcome you and then offer you some snacks while you are waiting, which give a great impression since the beginning. Then waitress acts as the main promoter to customers by conducting two-way communications. Haidilao also implements their conversation strategy into social media, which they aim for the engagement. From Instagram to YouTube are the social media engaged that create zero marketing costs according to Haidilao's founder. Haidilao pays attention to each customer touchpoint and also uses some issues that are always a hit when a customer steps into a restaurant. Turns it into a business opportunity like waiting time management to make a great impressions. By this conversation approach, Haidilao has shifted from the old legacy marketing into new wave marketing. Haidilao uses customer experience that gains satisfaction, at which they finally create new conversation by sharing their experience with other people.
New wave marketing, especially conversation for Haidilao business, can be enabled due to this business need conversation between Haidilao and the customer. Increasing our social media penetration needs to be well addressed for each stakeholder. That is why from marketing side, Haidilao marketing strategy needs digital marketing. The main concept of digital marketing consists of content marketing, search engine marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, and affiliate marketing. And once Haidilao master those areas, it will result in good experience that express good conversation between Haidilao and the customer, especially for restaurant business chain. Digital marketing is very effective to support low budget and high impact strategy that already applied in Haidilao business. It will result in strong financial performance for Haidilao, even though pandemic is not gone yet. Until 2020, there are growth on revenue. It clearly see that there are growth in asset, while the operating expense is also higher from 2017 until 2020. Strong performance can be seen on Haidilao net income, which still has positive net income in 2020. Additional marketing value that we can learn from Haidilao example are absolutely the conversation. This is the main topic for Haidilao case, where Haidilao use customer experience management to opportunities that customer will gain satisfaction from their offer expectation service to share their experience with other people, especially in online platform, social media, and word of mouth as well. The second one is co-creation. Haidillo has used innovation and customization to create the co-creation between food experience and customer for the ordering stage. And last but not least, caring, because caring is beyond service.